Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy ColtsTalk. We are back with another video, and it is time to start interviewing those coaches. Round one of the interviews are already up for the Indianapolis Colts. Of course, we got to mention the Jim Harbaugh. I know in the future he's going to get talked about being a head coach for the Indianapolis Colts because the spot is vacant. The Jeff Saturday last year was an interim. Of course, he's probably going to be interviewed again and being brought back, which is a scary sight for most Colts fans due to his no experience and his last year stint with the Colts. When he came in, they were just flat out terrible. And it just didn't work out. Of course, you can put in the situation is what if Jeff Saturday comes back and he get his own staff and he can potentially run it back again with the Colts and he gets extended. All of those things can play a factor in Indianapolis, but a lot of Colts fans, I'm pretty sure, do not want to see that happen, including myself. No offense to Jeff Saturday, we still love you as a guy for the Colts, Ring of Honor, Super Bowl champion, all that good stuff. We know you as a player, as a head coach. If you want to come back and do another position, sure, but a head coaching job is very tough. It was a down year. He did mention himself how he's going to be, criticized from wins or losses. I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. You're going to be criticized regardless, whether you're interim or not, especially with the situation the Colts did to bring him in as a head coach. But that is another conversation for another day. The Colts did go out there and try to get some recruiting for head coaching jobs and fill some spots in. So some teams that they went out and reached to try to contact for the vacant spot. Aaron Glenn from the Lions, which is the defensive coordinator. And the Lions have had a very good season, and Aaron Glenn has a lot to do with that. The fact that he's going to be up to talk to and interview for that role is definitely a good idea for the Colts' sake. Another person is Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator, which is another bonus. Ben Johnson is definitely a guy a lot of Colts fans would love to see at head coaching for the Colts. Another guy, Raheem Morris, the Rams defensive coordinator. He's the guy that was behind the Rams' success. They still had a few spots this year when it was lighting it up. Of course, the Rams didn't really have a great season, but Raheem Morris is definitely one of those ones that Colts fans have been wanting to interview and have the chance to be a head coach for the Colts for a very long time. So that is another guy. Shane Steichen from the Eagles, the offensive coordinator. Another guy that they went out there and interviewed. It is a good name to have in the building, and he is a good guy that could possibly change the culture in Indianapolis for the head coaching job. So those are the names. Of course, you can mention Jim Harbaugh, but that is later in the conversation. Maybe he might get interviewed when his video is released. Maybe he might get interviewed after. But those are some names that just thrown into the hat that are being requested for the interview for the head coaching job. The ones I'm definitely looking forward to seeing is Shane from the Eagles and Ben Johnson from the Lions. Those are two names. Raheem Morris is definitely another good name that you would want as a head coach, just because of the way that they carry themselves, how they coach, and they're player coaches, all of them. So they're definitely good to be around personnel wise, and definitely to see who the coaching tree or who they may bring with them. So all those names are good names. The Colts are on the right track. And another thing to add in for the bonus part is that Chris Ballard is the one out here doing the interviews and actually, being behind these things and constructing it. It's not Jim Irsay. It is Chris Ballard. He has full control of these things, which is another W. So that is another sign of Chris Ballard possibly staying. I'm not saying this will keep him here, but it is a positive sign to see. I'm all in. I'm definitely I'm not opposed to bringing Chris Ballard back. Like I said, he is a pretty decent GM, but the way that everything was constructed this year, it doesn't really fall on him. I think you look more forward into the draft and those things. And the quarterback carousel was not really all of his fault either, because Ballard was the guy that wanted Justin Fields out the draft. But that's another conversation for another day. Like I said, Ballard is the one constructing these interviews. Hopefully, he can find the right coach and he can shift gears and turn this thing around, because there's still time and the Colts still need a rookie QB out the draft. So let's look forward to seeing how these do it. I'm looking forward to seeing who else the Colts are going to interview as well. All of these things are definitely looking forward to watching and seeing turn out, man. This is going to be a very, very busy offseason for the Indianapolis Colts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. about these names that I listed again. Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator from the Lions. Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator. Raheem Morris, the Rams defensive coordinator, and Shane Steichen, the Lions offensive coordinator. Let me know about these names. Let me know who else you think the coach should interview for the head coach position. All these things in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.